Well, a year has ended and now a new year has begun. But of course, as a new year begins, we look back on the old year and the old playthroughs of that year. Thinking about, I already talked about what my favorite games of the year were, but what might have been my favorite playthrough, it's kind of hard to say looking at this cornucopia of interactive treasures, putting together the little video collage just kind of makes me end up thinking about the games that were early in the year. So I look at that upper left corner and I think Saw 2 was 2024, and yeah, it was. It feels so long ago that we went through the somehow worse sequel to Saw the game, but that was 2024. I also almost forgot to include Silent Hill: The Short Message on that, but it's easily forgettable. That was also another early one in the year. As far as what my favorite playthrough of a game was, not necessarily the quality of a game, but rather the act of playing through a game on a stream. I wonder if that might have been The Council, because what a wonderful, stupid historical drama that, no, it makes you think it was a historical drama, only to become something very different in the back half. So maybe it was The Council. I'm not sure about that. But I think that that's a strong contender for, oh my god, look at this stupid thing I'm streaming. What was your favorite playthrough of 2024? I think all the full playthroughs are on this collage. Any tryouts that only got one video I didn't go back to would not be included on this, but I'm pretty sure every full playthrough is here. But that's thinking about last year. What about this year? Well, anything that I had been playing by the end of 2024 was completed, which is nice, Nice to be able to finish the stuff that you were doing and then get started on something new in the new year. Fresh start. So we left off at the end of 2024 with Mega Man for DOS and Arctic Eggs. As far as the new year goes, well, of course, there's going to be tryouts. Still going to be doing those. Looking for Buried Treasure. Never know what might turn into a full playthrough. And then sometimes, of course, those tryouts do become full playthroughs? No, sometimes they become full playthroughs, even if I return to it, even if it takes a while for me to return to it. So I think the next full playthrough we'll be doing will be something like that. I've been thinking about the stronger tryouts from the past number of months, and I do believe that the next full playthrough we'll be doing on the stream will be Robot Alchemic Drive, RAD, a very interesting controlling mech game where you are fighting kaiju with your mech with the weirdest control scheme anyone seemingly come up with. But that game seems like it has a whole lot of heart. And I've wanted to come back to it when we had some time to set aside to give that game the time it deserves. So I think that starting with tonight's stream, we'll be starting with Robot Alchemic Drive, or rather returning to it because we already did a tryout of it, already played it through for an hour. Had to turn that game on again to try to refresh my memories on how that robot controls, because it's pretty unique. Previous on the stream, something that hasn't been posted yet, I've already did a tryout of Kerm Teach ABC and a full playthrough of Mega Man for NES, because we had to, obviously we do Mega Man for DOS, you have to see how the NES version is. Need that one-to-one comparison. So those will get posted, but the But for right now, it's going to be tryouts on the stream, and it's going to be Robot Alchemic Drive. I'm wondering if maybe after RAD, if maybe there'll be more, going back to do full playthroughs of tryouts, because I'm not sure if there's anything new coming out that I'm interested in streaming. So we might just be looking at some old stuff for the time being, returning to some things that I had intended to go back to for a while. I mean, thinking about the Council, that was one that it took me a long time to go back to. That was like, 2 years? So you never know when enough time has passed that I start thinking about, hey, remember that game? Let's do that again. Of course, in the oncoming year, there's certain regular things that I've been doing, such as in October, playing a Silent Hill game, which, hey, this year, it's going to be the last one of the old mainline games with Downpour. I say old ones since new games are coming out now, but for a long time, Downpour was the last mainline Silent Hill game that had come out. And we're actually finally getting to that this year. In April of last year, I did an all-nighter with Illbleed, like the idea being maybe you can do an all-night stream, but it doesn't actually have to be painful. We'll be doing that again this year. Haven't thought about what, I've been thinking about what the game could be, but haven't decided yet. Have some time, have a few months before need to really think about what the April all-nighter is going to be. But still intend to do that for this year. So, another year of streaming, the same schedule, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays at twitch.tv/supergreatfriend. Hopefully, some good playthroughs to be had. You never know what's going to be a good playthrough or not. Yeah, I never really know when I do a tryout. Maybe it's a game that seems good or seems funny, or maybe just sometimes doesn't work out. You never know how it's going to go until you try it. So, some more tryouts, some playthroughs as have been doing, starting with Robot Alchemic Drive. I hope you've enjoyed this past year of streams and videos, and hope you enjoy this oncoming year. Well, this oncoming year in video games. Maybe not enjoying this oncoming year in any other respect, but video games. They're still here. But watch them. You can play them as well, but I mean, the entire reason that I have this YouTube channel is because, you're watching. There's plenty of people who just watch games, or watch games that they would never play, and that's been a thing for a long time now. I don't need to tell you that. Like, if that wasn't a thing, this channel would be completely different. I don't know what it would be. It would have been something completely different. But as it is, it's playing video games because some people like to watch other people play video games. But you already knew that. How do you end a video? Like, sometimes I don't, you think about, yes, I don't see how I'm talking is actually going to lead into the video ending. So sometimes, how do you do that? How do you just end a video? Sometimes you could just stop it, I guess. You don't have to keep talking. Sometimes you can just stop it.